On the news, one person killed, 8 kidnapped as terrorists attack Donga community in Kaduna State. APC defends Godswill Akpabio on budget padding allegations, rejects PDP's resignation call. And Lagos State government calls for partnership with private sector to tackle economic hardship. And thanks for joining us on News Now. I'm Simisola Digun. Gun-wielding terrorists have launched a fresh attack on the Donga community in the Kajuru local government area of Kaduna State. Confirming the attack to newsmen, a former chairman of the local government, Kafra Kaino, says the attackers invaded the village around 5:45 a.m. on Saturday in large numbers on bikes and vehicles. The attack comes barely 3 days after one person was killed and 8 women were kidnapped in the Banono Angwaku community of the same local government. Meanwhile, the abductors of over 287 school children in Kuriga village of Chikun local government area of Kaduna State are reportedly demanding 1 billion naira from the victims' families as ransom. Amid rising insecurity and kidnapping cases in Nigeria, former commandant of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Nnamdi Okonkwo, says community policing is critical to kickstart the war against crime and criminal activities. Speaking with TV360 Nigeria, the security consultant says the Nigerian government must develop the political will to fight insecurity in the country.
A proper police officer in a local government area in a cell or in the ward that makes up the local government, then the local government that makes up the states. In all of these places, all they need to do is to have a proper police officer transferred who is from that region, and he will be there, make observations. He knows what he wants to look at, and he knows what to report and how to report it in good time, with speed, the surprise and the secrecy, so that any attempt at any criminality would have been aborted ab initio. So this is the issue with the system. Because if they transferred every singular police officer to his local government area of origin, then you would have started what we call state policing. Then the policing, community policing would have immediately started. And this is how to do community policing. It's not community policing by words of mouth. It's by practice. Then when you practice what you preach, then you are likely to get the adequate results that will lead to crime prevention in any given area, whether it's in a cell or whether it's in a ward. Then there will be no mention of an area that you would say is an ungoverned space.
As allegations of budget padding sparks debate nationwide, the All Progressives Congress APC says Senate President Godswill Akpabio has done nothing wrong to step down from his position. The ruling party said this while reacting to a call by the People's Democratic Party PDP asking Akpabio to step down over an allegation by Senator Abdul Ningi Bauchi lawmaker that the 2024 budget was padded by 3 trillion naira. Ningi stirred controversy when he claimed that a huge damage was done to the north through the 2024 budget. In a statement on Friday, Felix Moka, spokesperson of the APC, said the opposition party is quick to feast on shame without verifying facts. Meanwhile, experts and stakeholders have called for transparency in government and execution of projects which funds have been allocated for. According to the Executive Director, Order Paper Nigeria, OK Epia, who spoke exclusively with TV360 Nigeria, campaigned by senators for the appropriation of additional funds for their controversial constituency project, entrenches the culture of brazen misapplication of public resources by Nigeria's lawmakers. He added that not only is it insensitive given the poverty ravaging majority of Nigerians, the projects have frequently been embroiled in allegations of corruption and waste.
This is why if you throw your mind back to the beginning of every assembly, the struggle for leadership position, who becomes the president of the Senate, who becomes the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the presiding officers, the struggle for principal officer positions. Where do you think all of that is headed? This is the brass tacks of the matter, because it's about who gets what, and when and how, the allocation of values. And because it has been a practice, around the constituency project scheme, where there is this allocation, grossly disproportionate allocation of value, of resources in the budget, what I have called budgetary brigandage in another forum. That is the motivation for the, very, voluptuous appetite for leadership position in the Senate and presiding officer position. And of course, extended to, so-called juicy committees. For you, if to be chairperson of the appropriation committee, the finance committee, and some other key committees, you sit in a very, very pivotal place in the Senate or House of Representatives. And so if you are in that position, you are able to control a lot of things. And so all of this is about the struggle for power, the struggle for control of resources. Unfortunately, this struggle is not for the benefit, I dare say, of you and I as constituents, as citizens of this country.
Meanwhile, the Senate has discarded reports of fraud in the turnaround maintenance of the nation's refineries currently being undertaken by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, NNPCL. Briefing journalists after an engagement with the Senate Ad Hoc Committee and NNPCL chairman of the Senate Ad Hoc Panel, Senator Fayuba, revealed that no fraudulent practice had been discovered during the exercise. On his part, the Group Chief Executive Officer of the NNPCL, Mele Kyari, assured Nigerians that the rehabilitation of the refineries will be complete on schedule.
You cannot start by alleging discrepancies, and that's the big problem we're having in the country. You need to have an oversight function. You need to have information on the response from information requested before alleging inconsistency. And we want to make sure that the refineries are working, and we have gotten firm promises from NNPC on when they will commence operation. So the next step is to visit the refineries and then assess the progress.
We have crude oil already stocked in the refinery. We are doing regulatory compliance tests that must happen in every refinery before you start it. And I assure you that this standard will start in the next 2 weeks to produce product. Completion mechanical means that you are done with your rehabilitation work. Now you have to test to see if this completion is work. And of course, for Wari, we have also completed the mechanical works on it. It's also undergoing the regulatory compliance processes that we are doing with our regulator, and this will also be completed. It will also be ready. Kaduna will be ready by December. We have not reached that stage with Kaduna, but we believe that Kaduna will also be, and it's our promise that Kaduna will also be delivered by December. All the 2 lines supplying crude to both Wari and Kaduna and Port Harcourt refinery are active. We have actually delivered over 450,000 barrels of oil into Port Harcourt refinery. We are confident of the integrity of it. Yes, there may be security issues, but also government is responding to protecting this asset.
In health, President of Rotary International, Gordon McNally, has explained that polio eradication campaign, a flagship program which was last carried out in Nigeria in 2019, aims to certify the world as polio-free. McNally, who said this during a courtesy visit to the State House, says although it's been 20 weeks since a case of wild polio was recorded, members must remain vigilant and carry out the program judiciously. He disclosed that the program is dedicated to maternal and child health and aims to make the world safe for children. He expressed the need for further partnership between the Nigerian Rotary leadership and the Nigerian government.
They are going to look at economics too by helping nations to survive unexpected disease and death. They are doing a great job in the protection of the environment and other areas of human commitment. Nigeria has a team of dedicated group for the welfare, particularly health of our nation. As a highly populated country, same with urban migration that is alarming. We now face a great challenge to really manage and careful welfare of our people. It's an obligation for us to pay attention to the welfare of our people, to help them crop and walk.
Polio eradication has been our flagship campaign for many years now. And since the late 1980s, we have been working tirelessly to remove that crippling disease from the face of the earth. We did that in Nigeria in 2019, and we all rejoiced when Nigeria was certified polio-free. We will rejoice again in, I hope, the not-too-distant future when the entire world is certified polio-free.
Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and his predecessor Babatunde Fashola have revealed that there is need for urgent sacrifices to alleviate the current hardship caused by the economic downturn in the country. The duo spoke during the 18th edition of the State Executive and Legislative Parley, organized by the Office of Political, Legislative and Civic Engagement, with the theme engaging all for an inclusive governance, hands-on for a greater Lagos rising. Our correspondent Sydney Okafor has more details in this report.
At the 18th edition of the State Executive, Legislative and Civic Engagement, captains of industry are gathered to discuss ways to alleviate the economic hardship lingering across the country. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and his predecessor Babatunde Fashola and other stakeholders are also present. To address the growing economic hardship in Lagos and other states, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu called on serving members of the executive, legislature and private sector to combine efforts to help vulnerable in the states.
We have a key role to play as representative of our people at various levels. We are actually representing our people, and we are using that platform to create opportunities for them and to also support our individual aspiration. For us to achieve this goal, it is imperative that we continue to work together, understand and harmonize our differences, always on the side of overwhelming majority of our people in line with the manifesto of our party.
In his remarks, the keynote speaker at the Parley, Babatunde Fashola, says that democracy is increasingly becoming dysfunctional since the citizen cannot attest to the positive impact of governance.
The task of our generation that needs to be undertaken by leaders of our time is to make democracy work for our people. And that's a very, very big task. And I believe that it is interactions such as this that make it easier for the operators of the democratic process to make it work for the people.
While commending the Lagos State Government, Special Advisor on Political, Legislative and Civic Engagement, Afolabi Tajuddin, says that the synergy between the executive and the legislature stands as a pivotal force behind the state's monumental achievements.
It's just to bring the executive and the legislative together to be on the same page, to bring about good synergy on governance. What we notice that those are the two key major de facto in our political terrain. We want Mr. Governor, Mr. Speaker, to always work in tandem, to always work in unison, so that other members of the legislators, other members of the ESCO, whenever they reach to the legislature, they can talk and make sure things go on very well.
The Lagos State Government has promised to maintain a harmonious relationship with the State Assembly, harping on a necessity of collaboration between the executive and the legislative to champion development for residents. Sydney Okafor, TV 360, Lagos.
I will take a break now, but coming up in the news, U.S. probes Boeing 737 flight found with lost external panel after landing. Stay with us for details.
Hello. Alahaji, Alahaji. Right now I'm in Abuja. No, no. Uh, hello? Adamu. Right now I'm in Kano. Yes. When I get back, I will just call you. Look, what is wrong with you? I'm talking on the phone and you are gesticulating and doing. What's wrong with you?
Daddy, where exactly are we as we speak?
Are you alright? This is Lagos.
Well, you just lied to someone that we're in Abuja.
Keep quiet. Who told you you can tell an elderly person is lying?
Daddy, you just lied. And by lying, you are raising corrupt children for the future of Nigeria. That is corruption, not in my country.
Corruption not in my country.
Welcome back. Here's a recap of our top stories. Gun-wielding terrorists have launched fresh attack on the Donga community in the Kajuru local government area of Kaduna State. Confirming the attack to newsmen, a former chairman of the local government, Kafra Kaino, says the attackers invaded the village around 5:45 a.m. on Saturday in large numbers on bikes and vehicles. The attack comes barely 3 days after one person was killed and 8 women were kidnapped in the Banono Angwaku community of the same local government. We also told you that as allegations of budget padding sparks debate nationwide, the All Progressives Congress APC says Senate President Godswill Akpabio has done nothing wrong to step down from his position. The ruling party said this while reacting to a call by the People's Democratic Party PDP asking Akpabio to step down over an allegation by Senator Abdul Lingi Bauchi, lawmaker, that the 2024 budget was padded by 3 trillion naira. In a statement on Friday, Felix Moka, spokesperson of the APC, says the opposition party is quick to feast on shame without verifying facts. Now, in case you missed any of our news bulletins, or for more updates, you can catch us on Limex World TV and AVO TV, or log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at TV360 Nigeria, or download our mobile app on Google Play Store, Huawei App Gallery, and Apple Store. On Facebook, we're at TV360 Online.
Opinions are free, facts are sacred, but truth is universal.
How, in practical terms, can we, for instance, de-escalate the tension?
President must see himself as the President of the Federal Republic.
We know where the enemy is. 3 places, the Lake Chad Basin, the border area between Nigeria and Cameroon, and then the Sambisa Forest.
On Digi 360, we give you a complete dose of everything. Opinion, facts, and undiluted truth.
I hardly believe what politicians have said in this part of the world.
A new Nigeria is possible, a future is possible.
We delve into the issues, dissect it so that you can understand it, and use it to take action.
I don't think there's any need for any governor to look for grant for ranching.
Digi 360, dissecting the issues.
In business, experts have lauded the World Trade Organization's $1.2 million program aimed at improving the export standard of Nigeria's agricultural products, particularly sesame and cowpea products. WTO Director General Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala made this known at the inauguration of the 7 trade support programs for Nigeria initiated by the WTO, World Bank, and the International Trade Center in Abuja. According to her, the aim of the program is to tackle cases of rejection of Nigeria's products at the international market. Reacting to this, agro-entrepreneur Julius Oga called for thorough checks and hygiene of farm produce in Nigeria to ensure safety for consumers both home and abroad.
Nigeria is losing grounds on its agro-export products because of poor quality. And this is down to a lot of our agricultural practices we are adopting, especially driven by the globalization and the desire for mass production. We're using too much chemical fertilizer, too many pesticides, and all of these leave residues in our products. Food safety is very important. And for those countries that import food, those industrial countries that import from us, there's a certain standard they are looking at, certain safety standards they are looking at, beyond which they will reject your products. And they are finding our products arising from the application of pesticides and fertilizers. Bear it in mind that, like I said, we always swallow what is given to us hook, line, and sinker from industrial countries. They are the ones who encourage us to use agrochemicals, and they are the ones who are going back to using organic methods of farming. So while we buy and import agrochemicals from them and farm and produce these things, then they don't meet the quality they demand and they reject it at the market. So we should also look inwards and begin to think of adopting alternative agricultural practices so that our food exports can become once again competitive in the international markets.
To encourage the participation of local contractors in handling road projects in the country, the Federal Ministry of Works has pledged to give them a level playing field. However, Minister of Works David Umahi says that the local contractors must adhere to the best standards and practices to be considered for such contracts. He said this on Thursday when a delegation of the Association of Ministry of Works Contractors visited him in Abuja to commend him on the new payment arrangement for contractors handling federal projects. Umahi harped on the need for all contractors to strictly adhere to procurement and job specifications, greater speed and best standards, considering the importance of road infrastructure to the economy of every nation. He added that it had become necessary for contractors to prepare to cut down costs in line with the economic realities of the country. On the foreign scene, the United States Federal Aviation Administration says it is investigating how a United Airlines Boeing 737-800 lost an external panel before landing safely in the state of Oregon, the latest in a series of recent incidents involving aircraft manufactured by the company. According to the FAA, Flight 4033 from San Francisco landed safely at the Rouge Valley International Medford Airport in Oregon at about 20:45 GMT on Friday, but a post-flight inspection revealed a missing panel. The missing panel was on the underside of the plane where the wing meets the body and just next to the landing gear. There were 139 passengers and 6 crew members on board the 25-year-old aircraft. No injuries were reported. Well, up next on News Now is Entertainment Report.
The South Korean actor Oh Young-soo, who starred in the first season of the hit Netflix series Squid Game, has been handed a suspended prison sentence. A court official revealed that the 79-year-old actor, who won a Golden Globe for his role as Oh Il-nam on the hit Netflix show, was convicted on Friday on charges of sexual harassment and handed a suspended prison sentence as well as 40 hours of attendance at a sexual violence treatment program. Oh, who was charged with 2 counts of sexual harassment in 2017, has denied the allegations. Gospel singer Neon Adejo has proposed to his partner Lade Kehinde. The songwriter announced the news on his Instagram page on Friday, March 15, 2024, saying that he has found his good thing. Adejo posted pictures from the intimate proposal showing the moment he ushered Kehinde onto the decorated rooftop down to the moment he got down on his knees to pop the question. Celebrities and fans alike welcomed the news with joy and sent their congratulatory messages to the couple. And that's it on Entertainment Report on News Now. Joy Ochejim, TV 360, Lagos.
And on sports, Nigeria's contingent of mixed martial arts at the 13th African Games taking place in Ghana have been honored at an elaborate reception hosted by the management of Continental Hotel in Lagos. The team, comprising 4 females and 5 males, won a total of 5 gold, 3 silver and 1 bronze medal. The athletes and officials at the reception also spoke to journalists on their triumphs and the way forward to promote the sport.
It was a wonderful experience representing my country, Nigeria, and also representing my state, Rivers State. It wasn't an easy occasion, it wasn't an easy promotion. Going out there to fight, went there on a short notice, and thank God for giving me this gold. When I went there, I saw I was overweight, so I said I should step up the weight class and go to the heavyweight category, which is the 120 kg. And going out there, seeing some muscular and big guys looking so huge and all. And I was one of the smallest guys in the category, but something that is inside of me is to fight and to come back with the gold medal, and of which I did. I went there, I conquered, and to God be the glory. I came out the best. I came out the gold medalist.
I've not really been long in MMA though, but still, I'm happy winning gold for the first time, going for all African game. I'm coming back home with gold, and I beat Ghana again. I was happy doing that too. Yeah, I think that's like a stepping stone for me, because I know people are like, I don't know though, but I think I'm like everywhere right now, because people will be like, this girl, she's good, because I fought well. So I think it will bring in more opportunity for me in my sports career.
To us, it's not our first time. We've been into the business for a very long time, but to some of the athletes, it's their first international outing, you understand? Well, we did well, going with a total of 12 athletes, and they all did well. And the reason is because the game has been active here in Nigeria more than other African countries. That is what gives us that edge ahead of other countries, because we have other promotion companies in Nigeria that engage the athletes in one way or the other.
That's all on News Now. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.